pleasure to introduce Ms. Madhu Singhan, the first eminent speaker of this training workshop in the first business session. Ms. Madhu Singhan, who, as I just told you, is a well-known name. She has got the Best Individual Award and the Role Model Award from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment from the Government of India. Managing trustee of the Mitra Jyoti Trust, which is a well-known organization in the country. She has built up this organization from scratch, coming new from North India, fresh to South India in a very unknown location, and a sector which may also have been new to her at that time, building from the grassroots, and now Mitra Jyoti enjoys, as we know, a very premier reputation in the country. Madhu is a self-made woman, a woman of substance. But as I just told you, there's a secret to it that we perhaps both enjoy the longest friendship in the visually impaired sector between two visually impaired professionals. I was just thinking, Madhu, yesterday I'm being contact the Limca Book of Records for recording this, because I don't know any two people who are professional in this sector in the country and who have as long a friendship as we have had. So it's a pleasure having you, Madhu. The floor is yours for around 30 minutes. Then we'll have some time for question and answers.
And
30 minutes you can go.
one more small addition. I came to know Madhu ma'am also been conferred honorable doctorate by State Women University of Bijapur.
Oh, really? That's great. So, Madhu, we are at 11:24. We'll have you for around 30 minutes, and we'll have a small session for 5 to 10 minutes, or 35 minutes, and then we'll have a session for around 10 minutes or so for questions and answers. Yeah, please go ahead.
Good morning, one and all. And I am very happy that I got a chance to talk to all of you. And from the very beginning, first of all, I would like to salute our great beloved Mr. J.L. Kaul, because he mentioned about Muthu Selvi that she was a role model in 2008. She has learned from the same type of workshop and she has come up in the life. I can also say the same thing. First time I have attended the workshop in 1995 and I have learned a lot. And the idea behind it, Mr. J.L. Kaul has put up to bring many more youngsters in this field and teach them how to lead the life, how to run the organization. It is his passion, I can say that. And we all are his children to come up in the life, I can say that. So very nice. My friend Dr. Anil Aneja has made my work more easy to give the presidential remark and whatever in my this thing he has spoken. Also, I can say that this is the first session and I am happy that he has chosen me for the first session, because you know what happened when we go to the workshop, we are very thrilled for 1 or 2 sessions, but later on we will get little bored and we will say, okay, we will attend or not attend. Sometimes, you know, we feel lethargic to do so. So I am happy he has chosen me for the first session, and it is my pleasure to tell you. First of all, they have introduced me, so I don't have to say again. I was only I can say that I am from North, but I spent my more than half of the life in South India, and I wish some of the people, those who are participants, must be knowing me or Mitra Jyoti. I have some names are very familiar in that, so I am very happy about it. Also, I can say that Mitra Jyoti is the organization. I can just give little background because I am not a very good speaker, but whatever I have learned, whatever I have brought this organization. Now, yesterday we have completed 31 years in Mitra Jyoti. We have started in 1990 and it was a big we have started from a small garage. As Dr. Anil Aneja was talking about AICB, this is always the story of each and every organization. We start with a small thing, and slowly and steadily, how it happens, I really do not know. People will ask me, how you know so many people, how you will do the network. I said, I really do not know how it has happened. I started alone with 9 trustee members, and how there are so many wings, so many projects, how it has come. It was a wonder for myself. If I will go in back, it was a wonder for myself. So today our topic is strategy to growth of the organization, how we can form a strategy, and the methods of the leadership, how we can create leadership. First of all, I can say that people do not know the meaning of the leader. If some politician is there, most of the people will understand one politician is a leader. Whether he knows ABCD about leadership, I really do not know. But leadership is not like become a politician. I feel that leader should have lot of qualities, and also lot of uh, different type of uh, qualities which makes him leader. Some of them are born leader, some of them will become later stage leader, but some passion they should have to do something. Leader cannot become just like a leader. It will take little time, and leader has to have so many qualities to bring people together. When we talk about Narendra Modi ji now, means at the moment I'm just remembering the name. Not a single news is there where we will not listen. Yes, Mr. Narendra Modi has done like this, like that. So this is a leadership. Within 7-8 years, he has started with this, state work, and then he has come to the national, and now internationally also he was known very well. But not necessary all of us has to become leader like this. I If I will share my childhood, I can say that for me, my father was a big leader for me. And now people will ask me the question, how do you know to run the organization? I will say, I have learned from my father, because he was the head of the family. He was running I belong to a very big joint family, and he was running the family, and how he was managing, it was wonder for me. You know, if one marriage is there, one function is there, how he was giving duties to the people, different duties to different people, and how he will be managing all these things. It was really means never have any kind of uh, you know any problem in that. He was managing very well. So from the childhood, I have learned leadership from my father. Then I was very happy to read, lot of autobiographies of different people, those who were successful in life and doing so many things. So that was a thing. So I personally feel, I think so all of you must be belongs to some organization in South India, and all of you are doing some or the other things, maybe some playing some role in the organization. But sometimes we will be in the organization playing one role, but we may be not knowing the big strategy of the organization, and we will be keep on grumbling, okay, I didn't get this work, they have not allotted this work to me, they have not given this responsibility to me. So many things are there. But I personally feel that in an organization, definitely one vision should be there, one mission should be there. Without it, a organization cannot be run. Mission and vision is the key point of the organization. After you will find the vision and mission, ki what is my vision, what is my vision, then you have to create different departments, different hierarchy, maybe you will be having first the body, where you will have the committee, different committees, you will make it. Under the committee, you will be having the staff. Under the staff, you will be having the interns. Nowadays, we will keep a lot of people, those who are working as an interns under this. And under this, I will say our beneficiaries. They are the key point of the organization. Without beneficiaries, definitely we cannot run any organization. So these are all the points to do all these things. I would like to say a little bit about my organization, as all of you are from South India. Some of you must be knowing, some of you must be not knowing. We have started this organized from a garage of my friend. And I was having the vision to make this organization big, but I never knew 31 years back that I would be sitting here and talking to you about the things, and somebody will tell, okay, you are the person, can tell them how you have grown this organization. My God, it was amazing, and it was a wonder for me how it has happened, but it has happened. So I can tell you there are lots of ifs and buts, lot of problems have come, lot of things have happened, lot of people have said, how will you do the work? When I entered in South India, most of the organizations told me, you definitely cannot do anything in South India. You don't know the culture, you don't know the language, you don't know how these people will be behaving. So better you go back to your own state. I said, this is a challenge for me. I want to show you what I can be able to do. First of all, I have learned the language. I am in Karnataka. I could be able to speak now Kannada. I could be able to deal with the people in Karnataka very well. I can say that. I have learned the language. I started sitting with the Kannada crowd, how they are talking, how they are behaving, how what exactly they are not were needing for their state. Then third thing, I started talking to the beneficiaries, because my wish and will, when I was a student, there was a lot of issues we have faced. We were not getting the scribe on time. We were not having any books in Braille. That time, the system only Braille. Now we have lot of technology with us, but that time we were depend on only Braille things. So in the Braille, there were no books available. We ourselves, after coming back from college, I myself was sitting, and like this, there will be all will be doing. They will be preparing their notes and using it. There was nothing available. So I thought I should make something for my other brother and sister and make the work more easy. So that's the things I have started this Mitra Jyoti. And slowly and steadily, I started knowing the nerves of this South, especially Karnataka and South India, what exactly they needed. I was surprised in 1991-92 when when we started the organization. People will be not studying very well in Karnataka. Maybe some of the people will be going to 6th, 7th standard, 8th standard, and after that, they were just sitting at home thinking what to do. Most of the people, they were doing recaning, the chair recaning, and but they cannot think about their study. I said, what is the reason? I never found any book in their own language, Kannada. In Kannada, neither, literature was not available, neither in Braille nor in audio format. I said, that is very difficult. Without it, how they will study? How they will read if they want to study, if they want to read a story also? There is no story books, because we were always getting books. That time, maybe one press was there in Dehradun, and we were getting something. But फिर भी we were just waiting ki okay, we will get one book and then we will read it. But it is not there in Karnataka. Nothing was there. That time we started an audio library, and we prepared lot of volunteers started coming to Mitra Jyoti, and they said, in our house, we can record. We said, okay, you can record in your house. We have given cassettes and the book. Okay, you record books and bring it. My God, it was so difficult. The dog is barking, the child is crying. Nothing was, audible in that cassette. Then we said, ki, okay, we will start some studios in our organization, and we have prepared a talking book library with my 50 cassettes, which I was using. And with these 50 cassettes, we started this library. And now I can say that this library has become a digital library. We have braille books, we have audio books, we have e-text, we have EPUB, or all technology together in Karnataka or in South India. Now we are helping this Andhra also, lot of Telugu books they are preparing, and we are putting in braille and sending to them. So like this, it happens. And I am happy to say that after 31 years, yesterday only Mitra Jyoti is 31 year over, and some of the member, they called me, they said, my library number is 21. I have joined in 1993. I am now working in a bank as a manager. So this is a Mitra Jyoti, this thing that we could be able to study. Like this, we have so many examples. Later on, when the question comes with the women in 1993-94, I am telling you this story because I believe in practical. If there are so many leaders must be sitting here, and if they will sit, listen this uh, kind of a success story, they could be able to start the organization like this. 1993-94, lot of women were coming and asking me, we have not studied, we have just little studied, but we don't want to depend on our parents. We want to be independent. So we want to be economically independent. I said, what do you want to do? Whatever work we will get it, we want to do. You can give us work, you can arrange some work which we can be able to do, or you can arrange some staying facility where we can be able to stay. We said, okay. Some of my friends were having some garment units. I said, could you be able to try them in some work? They said, one work I remember that in the jeans pant, they have to, put the buttons, they have to close the buttons. Well, that we need a person for this, two people every day. And people are feeling, sighted people are feeling very miserable to do this work, and they will get bored and they will just leave the job and go. I said, okay, we will try. I sent two girls there just to close the button. They were so happy. They said, without any interpretation, they are doing the work, and they are very particular, doing better than the sighted people. I said, you should now, select some more work for them, some other things they can be able to do. They said, yes. Then we ourselves went and we found some work they can do very well. I will tell you, with the help of All India Confederation of the Blind in 1995, Mr. Kaul has given us a job placement officer, and we could be able to appoint 300 women in the work. Mitra Jyoti also has worked with All India Confederation of the Blind, and we have appointed 400 girls in the garment unit, assembling unit, like stereotype work. And now these girls, I will tell you, most of them got married, most of them are doing work. And that time itself, Mitra Jyoti has started a project, independent living skill for the women. And we have given them small things. We taught them ki in a daily chore, what you have to do and how will you be successful. Along with that, how you open your bank account, how you can travel by bus, how you can mobility and other things. We started teaching them. Quite a lot of women have got successful, and also the success stories are some people, they are uneducated, came for this course. Later on they showed not necessarily, it is not enough for us, we want to study. We contacted some schools, private schools, they said we cannot, they have crossed the age, but we will try our level best in a private way. And lot of women have completed their graduation, and later on they have got their, work in the bank also as a, clerk, or different things they have got it. Now they will call us. I feel very happy. Okay, something we have done. In 2000, when the screen reading softwares have come in India, and there was a need to start computer courses for them. That time Mitra Jyoti started computer courses for them. In between, when we were growing, not just doing the work, to do the work, definitely we need some other things. We need to make them comfortable, the space, also to prepare the residential facility for them is very, very important, because most of the visually impaired people, not only from Bangalore, they will come from different rural areas or some other distance they will come. So we need some residential facilities, because in a commercial world, it is a very costly affair. So that time we contacted Bangalore Development Authority, and we got a site, civic amenity site, in 2003, and we thought of preparing our own building. My God, that was also a big task. Mitra Jyoti didn't have money, and we were just thinking how we will do. And I was having a vision. The building should be, disabled friendly. Building should be, give them the space to do the work, give them the space for their residential facility, give them the space for their kitchen, give them the space for their other entertainment activities, and so on and so forth. So lot of, with this vision, I went to the architect. He has developed a plan, but where the money will come? I said, okay, one thing we will prepare. Let us see how it will happen. It so happened. Am I audible?
Yes, madam, you're audible.
It so happened that slowly and steadily people started coming, and they started giving us money to buy a cement bag, to buy 100 bricks. Like this, we collected the money. At last, Christopher Blind and Mission, they have seen our success. At last, this Japanese consulate and Japanese government, through our one of the volunteer, we have got their connection, and they have given us money. Altogether, the building is ready. I think so. Muthu Selvi has joined some courses in our building. Dr. Anil Neja also has visited that building, I think so. They have, AICB also has arranged one course, like leadership course in our building. So I'm happy to say that not only in Mitra Jyoti, we could be able to give help to others also. In between, I have learned quite a lot of things to work with Mr. Kaul. I got a chance because I was the women's chair for Asian Blind Union, and that time Mr. Kaul was a general secretary. So under him, I could be able to work different things. But I really enjoyed. He knows how to take work from people, and how he will recognize the person. Yes, this person can work, definitely work like this. So like, this is the history of Mitra Jyoti. So my point of saying is, all of you, if we want to run an organization, we should have a passion, we should have goals, our short-term goals, long-term goals. We should make a strategy. We should have our mission and vision. Without vision and mission, we cannot be able to take our organization to the height. And also, there are so many qualities we should develop, that will come in leadership. Like, we should be punctual in our work. We should be able to talk to people, the communication skills. Fundraising is a very big this thing for the organization, to do the fundraising, and also to make people join the organization, to understand them, to give them the space to work with you. That is very, very important. and you should be available for the public. I have seen some organizations, they have made big organizations, but they are not available for the beneficiaries. That is very difficult. I am happy to say that AICB, any staff, any this member or from president to anyone, I can call anytime. They are available for the people. So that is very, very important. You must take the example of AICB, and accordingly, you could be able to run the organization in a very proper manner. And I feel that in this training, now this is a beginning. I am just starting this tempo. We have created just a tempo, but there are very good speakers will be coming to talk to you about communication, about advocacy. Advocacy is another point in the organization. You have to be work with the government, you have to work with the private organizations. Now lot of things we are working with the CSR activities that has started in 2014. So now it has come in a big way, and now government and private partnership all together, it may has changed the outlook of the NGOs. So we have to always open our eyes and see to it how, what exactly it is going on in the market, and how we could be able to make our organization more meaningful, more visible. So we have to open our eyes and ears, then only we could be able to work. I'm just telling you the normal things. There are so many things, if I will open any document, so many things I can be able to tell you, but I felt that practical things will definitely help all of us to do the things. And always you must make some mentor of yours, you must make some leader your mentor, then only you could be able to learn. When I was in the college, I read about Helen Keller. I thought, why can't I cannot do the things which she has done? She is famous for all over the world. Is it possible for me to do the same thing? The kind of things we have to take examples from people and get the work done according to our mission and vision. Not necessarily the vision or mission will be for the visually impaired. Whatever our vision and mission, accordingly we have to work. And one more thing, doing our work, we should be loyal enough to do the things. Without loyalty, we cannot be able to do. One fine day, we will be able to, stuck up somewhere. Thirdly, I can say that there are nowadays, earlier also it was there. Nowadays, this all the government norms have become very complicated. So we have to be very careful according to the government norms, because when we are when we start the organization, lot of things we have to uh, join with the government norms. We have to do our auditing, accounting. Auditing account is another one very big thing, that if we will keep our account, then our visibility will be more. Nowadays people are we are trying to not to use this cash. Everything we are doing through uh, this thing online only. So according to the need, according to the market, we have to keep on open our eyes and ears, and accordingly we have to do the things. I feel if you will follow all these things, you can become a successful person. And maybe not now, another 5 years, 10 years, you will remember, yes, like us, we have attended the workshop like this and we have learned, and now we are where we are, kind of things. So I am not a very good speaker, but I could be able to just have a give the success story like this. Whatever I have done, I can share with you. And as we are in South India, I am in Bangalore. You are most welcome anytime. You can contact me in Mitra Jyoti. If anything is there, we are very happy to work with you. So I believe some question answer, if you will do, I could be able to tell little more. Please come up with your question and answer. If you cannot be able to speak in English, I request Muthu Selvi can be able to help you to put your questions. I will try my level best to give answer. If not now, you are welcome to call me anytime. Mitra Jyoti's email ID is www.mitrajyoti.org, or you can call me madhu.single59@gmail.com, or Mitra Jyoti's phone number also I can give you. Or you can ask Muthu Selvi can be able to help you.
Sure.
Thank you so much. And I am looking forward to your question and answer. Whatever I have done through my life, I have shared with you. Maybe some more things we have got. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah.
Okay. Mitra Jyoti is always willing to help all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Madhu ma'am, for sharing your vast experience as a leader as to how to run the organization and the strategies, especially communication, loyalty, available to public, and those strategies are very important for any leader, for that matter, and for starting an organization, for anybody that for that matter. So thank you so much, ma'am. It is really helpful to all of us, and we're very sure that we will follow in our leadership strategies also. So now let's move on to the question answer session.
Madhu ma'am, thank you for sharing the experiences of you, and it's a nice I share the eye-opening for us. I have a small question to you, ma'am. Thing is, like, I found an organization. It has all the facilities. All the facilities in the sense, as you said, all kind of accessible forms of facilities, the building, everything. But the students, the students count is very less.
Beneficiaries.
Okay, the beneficiaries count is very less. So what may be lacking to the founder of the organization? May I know about it, ma'am?
I don't think so. Anything lacking in that. Suppose your students are less, maybe your way of functioning means that the need is not there, which you are teaching or which you are giving, the need is not there. So if we can look up our need, the need of the people, and then do something, I think so people will surely come.
You're right, ma'am. But the person able to do the fundraising very well, person able to do the, I think, is it the founder who considered the blind people or blind beneficiaries as an investment? Shall I say like this, ma'am?
No, we should not talk about it. Yes, I agree with you, which want to say that some people will just keep some visually impaired people and they will start telling people, oh, 20 people are there and you can give like this. But I personally feel a good person who is running the organization, he will think the need, and according to the need, he will do the fundraising. So fundraising should not go waste. And suppose if there is no need, suppose I'll just give you an example. Once upon a time, we were doing this recording books in audio cassettes.
Yeah, right. Yes, ma'am.
And slowly the CD has come. This audio has, everything is gone.
Yeah, the transition.
Our people, sitting in the rural areas, they don't know what exactly the market is. They will say, nahi, humko you give us audio cassette only.
Achha.
Then it took little time for us to change management will help that time. We have arranged so many meetings, call them, teach them how you can use the new things. because all old things have gone. Now you have to use the new things. What is the, you know, equipments available to use the new things? So we have to keep teaching the new, because now in our market, the technology is growing every day. Every day we are learning something or
Developing.
the
Yes,
other.
ma'am. Yes.
So accordingly, we have to keep teaching to the students also. Otherwise, they will be far behind.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your.
Thank you, Nagarajan.
Things will work out. The story of every organization, the story of every leader would be full of these details. They began very small, didn't know where to go. But yes, motivation and zeal and the vision kept them going. Be very focused, be very specific. Um, Thank you, Madhu, for sparing your time. What's next?
Thank you, Madhu.